Hello, everybody. Oh, there's more people in there than I thought. I only had a few a while ago. Hey, Jay, Jamie, Texas Royal Flowers, Adam Talks Prison. How y'all doing? Tomorrow's Jay's birthday, born on the 1st of January. I think that's the first person I know of. How you doing, Adam? I've been kind of busy today doing different things, but that's why I haven't really been on here a lot, and I'm going to be busy tomorrow. Well, I'm supposed to be busy tomorrow. We'll have to see. It all depends on my neighbor. If he gets up. Yeah. Or if his back's not hurting. But Jay gave me a suggestion, said about the type of music we listen to. And growing up, I listened to country and 80s rock. And I listened to country and rock in prison too, most of the time. It was I like the older stuff, that I grew up on. I was listening to in the 80s. I didn't like the newer stuff too much. But since I've gotten out, I didn't like any of the new country in the 90s. When it was new. Most of it I didn't like, but after I got out, I started liking some of it, and some of the old Motown fan. There was a lot of people in prison that was Motown fans, or at least when I first started doing my bid, there was. I haven't even heard that name in a long time. How you doing, Jamie? But I should be getting a call here in a little bit, about 15 after, from a guy in prison that I did time with. I asked him if he wanted to come on. He said he would. He's doing talking to the youth. Australian. All right, Adam. You confused me there for a second. I'm thinking, what? There's two of them. But he should be calling here in about 15 after, and he's been talking to. He's in this program where they talk to the youth. Oh, thank you, Adam. And so I thought it'd be good to bring him on. Hey, Dana, how you doing? So, I'm going to have him talk about some of the programs he's involved in, trying to help the youth. Because, that's good. I'm glad to hear everybody's doing well. All right, I'll check it out. And that Chad Marks video was an old video. I just re-uploaded it. Yeah, I think so too. But you remember what I said too about changing the name all the time? It confuses people. So I'd make this your last change if I was you, Adam. Jamie likes Motown too. Yeah, I do remember that song, Jay. Shut up, Rosa. I remember that song and Take This Job and Shove It. That's about the only two I remember. I haven't heard the name of that song in a long time. I might listen to that after we get off here. Do you remember that song?
What?
The one he mentioned there?
No. actually couldn't tell you not one song from Johnny Paycheck.
Really? You don't remember Take This Job and Shove It. I'm not
I
at
remember
work
that
and-
song, but I didn't know it was him that sang it.
Yeah, it was him that sang it.
That is way before my mom's time.
Yeah, it's a good song, Jamie. I used to listen to Smokey Robinson once in a while. I forgot about that. I haven't listened to Smokey in wow. It must have been 20 years or more. And Jay's gonna have me going listening
Those
to.
are some old people.
We ain't that old.
It was old when you were listening to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was kind of old. Well, some of Smokey's. Well, I don't know about the Johnny Paycheck song, but I think a lot of Smokey Robinson songs were before my time. But I still listen to some of them. Kevin, he likes rock and roll too. He likes the 80s stuff too, you know. Yeah, it's Australian prison stories now, Jamie. You're still subscribed. You don't have to resubscribe. He just changed the name.
Johnny Paycheck was in the 50s.
No, I don't think it was just 50s.
Says active years, 53 to 2003.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I told you, Smokey Robinson is in the 60s. Yeah, you can change the name, you know. Think about separating the Harvey and the talks on mine, actually, because I don't know how it ended up that way.
Well, it doesn't matter if you change your name or not. All your subscribers will still, it'll change on there and they won't even notice.
Yeah, I think Australian Prison Stories was his old channel, but name of his old channel too. It was Australian something or other, but he's locked out of it.
I thought it was Aussie.
Yeah, maybe it was Aussie, but you know, I always try to promote Adam's channel and. Happy New Year's Eve, Karen. How you doing? Yeah. You know, Chad does a lot of federal stuff because he did federal time. So a lot of his interviews are from people that did federal prison time. And but that's true. They will find you. And sometimes they like getting involved for it's state business.
You know what? You know what aggravates me?
What's that?
The FBI took all my stuff when I was got busted,
Oh yeah.
but they never charged me with anything.
Yeah,
Let the state do it.
Yeah, they just took it.
They just took all my stuff.
Karen, we're doing pretty good here.
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad that you're doing pretty good. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. The weather ain't too cold. I don't know where Mark's at. Maybe I should send him a message. I'll be ordering one of your mugs on payday. I only get paid once a month, and it's hard making it last year, making my chores today. Well,
The month of December is always hard.
yeah, December's always hard, and you know, there's no big hurry, Jamie. Just whenever you want to get one, you know. But for people who don't know, they're See, where's that? We got Pedal Hunter.
You're too close. It's not focusing. You gotta bring it back a
We
little.
got my logo here. I got to turn the opposite way than that.
Those are actually two separate cups. You just had them both put on one cup.
Glad you're here, Go Badge. You ain't too late. It's only like 10 minutes. We still got another 50 minutes or so to go. Maybe
Can
even
we
longer.
put the website up?
Huh?
The link in here.
Yeah, you can put. Really? Country, how you doing, Country?
I got 180.
You got, he said, but his rent went up. So,
So that sucks.
yeah, so it's still about the same. You know, it works out. That sucks, Country.
That's what the neighbor said is his went up, but then so did his
Right. Everything,
Medicaid or his Medicare, so it's just enough to pay it.
everything went up. That's for the cups there. I keep forgetting to click on these comments and show them. I'm sorry, guys. Well, Karen, Bowling Green, Bonterre, Licking, South Central Correctional Center, and the walls, they've always been wild, Most dangerous one being the walls. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Bowling Green wasn't too bad when I was there, but it's gotten worse. Hey, from the bars to the bricks, how you doing?
Is Kevin Eric Swanson's brother?
No, that's not the Kevin that's in prison. Glad to see you, man. Eric's a good dude. Mateo 70. Wishing you a happy New Year's too. I think Mateo is the Italian.
Spanish.
Well, he was on here before, I think. And Working Dan 2001. Happy New Year's.
Oh yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah, that's fine. It says from Italy.
Oh, I'm not seeing that. Yeah, I've always said the bad thing about prisons is they're full guards. Sorry about that, Gold Badge. Gold Badge, all the days were bad. I can't think of a single good one.
Walking through that place was bad.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Karen. Yeah, I tell you why the stabbings are getting bad, Karen. They're low on staff, and they're having trouble hiring people. They're down like 700 staff members. Now imagine that. That's like 30 per prison.
You can transfer where?
No, he got transferred from Cameron to Bowling Green, and because there's less staff, there's more violence and stuff.
What time is it in Italy right now?
They're 7 hours ahead of us. It's probably about New Year's there.
I was supposed to say, yeah, they've already hit the new year, right?
Yeah, and the same with Adam. Adam's already in the New Year. Raspberries to you. Oh, I didn't know you had a channel. I'll check it out. From the bars to the bricks. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that too, Lansing and El Dorado. Eric's talked about him a few times. In fact, he talked about him when he interviewed me. I didn't know he had a channel.
Colorado, where?
It's in Kansas. Yeah, I heard about that country, but I'll check that out anyway. I heard about that guy that made an electric car that didn't need batteries. Did you hear about that, Mindy? That was a long time ago.
How does that work?
They explained it on TV and everything, but anyway, the guy ended up disappearing. Yeah, there's a well, Mateo has been here before, and I think even Bars to Bricks has been here before too. I should have knew he had a channel just from the name. I apologize for that, but I'm gonna go check his channel out. I'm still trying to get over Go Badge saying, except on the bad days, it was all bad. For any of you guys that didn't know, Go Badge was a sergeant at the Walls, female sergeant, and she was one of the good ones, you know. I left.
You know what her good days was?
What?
Her days off.
Right. But she got there after I left her, and you know, and yeah, I am country. And hey, country, I want to give a shout out to country for letting me know about that, because I mean I probably would have found out eventually, but I'm glad he let me know when he did. Here we go.
Recall from an offender at the South Central Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
How you doing, Rob? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
All right, good deal.
so when you seem a little muffled, but you sound all right. I can hear you. I'm just reading some of these comments here. Yeah, that's true, Jamie. Hey, so when you're in a program now that where you talk to the youth, right?
Yeah, they bring in probation people from off the street, but not all of them are young. A lot of them can be in their 50s and just competitive.
Oh, really? I thought it was all young people.
You know, it's not like Scared Straight. You know, back in the day, they had Scared Straight, and it's mostly just young kids. I went through Scared Straight when I was in commentary, which is it was a rehab center in Jefferson County, just outside of St. Louis. And they would bring us to this place, and just pretty much tried to scare you. Hold them on the down. We're not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to bring you face to face with the reality of what prison really like, and you have to make better decisions in life.
Do you have a rag over the phone or something?
No, I'm talking on my tablet.
Oh, are you?
I figured because my cellmate's on the business, felt like I got the cell to myself. I thought I could be talking here.
Right,
If
yeah.
you didn't grab me, I'll go down to the weed and call you back on the phone down there.
No. You're all right. I can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you, but we yeah, my dog ate a sweet potato. Both dogs ate a sweet potato the other day, country. Hey, Ash and Emmy. Hey, if you guys have any questions for Rob, just go ahead and ask him, and he'll try to answer them. Oh,
I'm going to tell the dogs to give me the sweet potato. I wish I could eat sweet potato.
Yuck. Gross. Ugh.
hey, no, this ain't Kevin, Adam. This is Rob. Jamie wants to know if you get any kind of credit for doing that.
Yeah, you need to introduce him.
When you do this particular program is called OOA. It means Offenders Offering Alternatives. And we don't get paid to do it. And for real, I have to memorize like 21 pages of information.
Oh, wow.
Like, I got to put this information off the top of my head. I already done like 8 pages worth. And, we go up there and we're just offering different things. But, no, you don't get no credit. I mean, when we go for parole, it's parole based. It's got a lot to do with the parole system. The people in Jefferson City, they know that we do that. So, I mean, it makes you look good, I'm sure.
Right.
As far as getting like any kind of credit, is it going to guarantee me release from prison when I go for parole? No, so nothing like that.
Ash, Rob is a guy I did time with. He's in the same prison as Kevin's at. And so he's one of the guys I hung around with, worked out with and stuff, because, well, Kevin wouldn't work out except lift his cup.
I didn't even know Kevin knew they had a gym at the prison.
Well, he works there. He works there and doesn't even work out.
No doubt.
Is he single?
All right. Are you single? Ash wants to know if you're single.
I am single, but I've been talking to a woman for about 4 years now. We're really, really good friends. Super attracted to each other. But I wouldn't say that she's my girlfriend. But to be honest with you, I'm not really seeking out any kind of pen pals or nothing. Because her and I are we're really close, super close.
Well,
I mean, it's hard. It's hard in prison because, she didn't know me before I came to prison. So we don't have that, but we've made a really good connection over there. We care for each other deeply. So, but she's not taking for a girlfriend. No.
Ash just said dump her and she'll start writing you. She didn't say that.
I'm flattered,
She didn't say that.
I'm flattered, but I'm thinking, but I'm okay.
She didn't say that. I was just putting words in her mouth. Hey, gangers, how you doing, bud? How long have you been in prison?
I was 17 years old when I committed my crime. December 5th of 1998.
Yeah, I thought it was late 90s.
24 years.
And
I've been incarcerated for 24 years. I'm currently 41 years old.
yeah, so he's coming up. He goes up for parole in like a year or so?
I was eligible for parole December 5th of next year, and it was set me a hearing date for about March of 24. So once I've got 25 years in, I'll be going to parole shortly after that.
Right. He's one of the ones that fell under the got life without. And so now he gets a chance to get out because the Supreme Court changed the ruling on that for youthful juveniles with life without. But Jamie says, thanks for answering that question.
Hey, no problem. My pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. We're having a little hard time hearing it. They're having a little bit hard time hearing you, but I think it'll be all right. I'll kind of.
Sure, Harvey. I will jump on the phone in the wing. No problem.
Well, sometimes that's worse.
I'll call you right back.
Hey, sometimes that's worse.
I mean, there is a lot of guys that are standing around waiting to go to chow right now. So all the guys are standing in front of the wing by the phone, waiting to leave.
If you want to try it, you can.
Okay, here, just give me 1 minute. I'll call you right back. Hold
All
on.
right.
The caller has hung up.
He's been in since 98 country, and he had life without, but now because of the Supreme Court hearing, he's got a chance he goes up December of next year. Yeah, it sounded to me like he was muffled the whole time. Hopefully he's going to call on the regular prison phone, so hopefully that'll sound better.
Why do you need it as a Bluetooth speaker?
Jay, where you at? Jay's hiding back in the bushes listening. Yeah, that's true, Jamie. There is hope for those. Yeah, he was sentenced to life as a juvenile, life without Ash, and he's all right. Just check and see if you're still there, Jay.
Call from an offender at the South Central Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this free call, press 1. To repeat, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
What up? Is that better?
That's a lot better.
Okay.
Yes, I bet it is. Wait, I hate talking on that tablet. That thing is stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. Jay said a voice from prison haunts him, and Adam from Australian Prison Stories says, "Good day, mate." Rob from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, man, what's up, dude? That's awesome, man. Who would ever thought of you talking to someone that's all the way on the other side of the planet? That's really cool. Technology just blows my mind. Really does.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while.
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait to get after and get into it.
Yeah. You when you get out, I'm going to have to interview you, and then you're going to have to start your own channel.
I have to start something, for sure. That's one thing about guys like us that have been in prison, our criminals in general, we've been takers our whole life. And I want to be a giver. I want to give back. I can't never make up for what I've done in my life, no doubt about it. But I can honor the people that I've hurt in my life by being a better person. That's what I'm trying to do. So I will definitely be giving something back whenever I do get out.
Right. Gold Badge says she loves an Australian accent. You hear that, Adam?
Oh, yeah, Australian accents are the best. This Day Between, there's a show on FX. Loved it. That show was great. Even though he's a straight criminal, it was a really good story. Did you ever watch it, Harvey?
Well, half the people on here have either been in prison, have somebody in prison, or they're correctional officers.
Oh, nice. The way the world is today, you probably know someone that's died from an OD, from fentanyl, or you know somebody that's in prison. It's almost like a guarantee.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about that fentanyl thing too. Are they still dropping like flies and licking from the fentanyl? I forgot to ask Kevin.
It slowed down a little bit, but a guy died maybe about a month ago, but then for 6 weeks there, like 8 guys died. Now that doesn't mean some of them they brought back. But, a couple of them died, and I knew some of them personally. One guy I actually seen probably 5 days before that, gave him a hug, and he looked like he'd been doing good. He didn't look like he'd been getting high. And 5 days later, he's at EOD. So it's like, man, it just shows you just how crazy life can be. It just blew my mind. It really hurt my heart, because he was, even though he was, you'd have seen the picture of him, he was rough.
Right.
He's a rough-looking guy, but man, he had a real big heart. He was a really good person.
Let me answer a few of these comments. Hey, Jay, I know doing right in prison is programming, but it's hard for me to do right, and then from the bars to the bricks prison ministry says
from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Says that's awesome. Stay positive and keep your head up, brother. And
thank you so much. That's all you can do. It's all wherever you're at, that's where you're at. Yeah. That's where your life's at. And you can be positive no matter where you're at. So that's what I try to do. I try to bring positivity to the people around me, no matter if I've been locked up for all these years or not. Right. It's all about your mindset.
Art of Survival, Happy New Year's to you too. And Country says, I agree, letting some juveniles out that got life, but a dude in my area was 15 and raped and sodomized the 6-year-old and has a chance of getting out. Yeah. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, Guam is in the house. We got somebody from Guam. Art of Survival is from Guam. Yeah, and Adam says, yeah, when you get out, start a YouTube channel.
got this Cecily Strong on there, this actress from SNL, and it's got Paul Giamatti on there, and he's playing like Scrooge and Albert Einstein, and they know how to work a phone, and I'm like, damn, man, I'm way behind. Even Scrooge knows how to work a phone, and I don't.
Well, I remember when I was in prison. I think it was in 2013 or 14. Somebody came in and he was telling me about the smartphones. You know, the cell phones. He says,
Yeah.
He said, I've been in 2 years, and he said the ones I had when I was out there was already outdated. You gotta keep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you can't keep your phone forever. You gotta keep up. You either gotta keep updating or you buy a new one.
Yeah, for sure. It's wow. Technology is super quick. You know, life in here, you know how it is, Harvey. It's super slow. Like we're like 30 years behind on everything. You know, it's life is just so much slower. Then when you get out, I can imagine it's so much more fast paced.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, whoa.
Oh, what do you want, Mindy?
If you unplug the speakers from the computer and plug them into your phone, it'll be louder.
I don't know which ones they are.
It's plugged straight into the front of your
I
computer
don't
right
know
there.
which one.
The green one.
Right here.
No, the other one.
She's trying to make it louder for it so you guys can hear better.
Turn the speakers up.
Can you guys hear him? Go ahead and speak, Rob.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Turn it up a little bit more.
All right. Yeah, I have a Samsung too, country. Yeah, Adam was messed with at 6 years old, so he knows how those kids feel. Yeah, you know, there's some people, and it's not just pedophiles. That's right, country. One pedophile. It's not just pedophiles. There's just some people that's just evil in prison, and they don't deserve to be out.
Oof.
You know what I'm talking about, Rob? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. You know, you do have your people that are incorrigible. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it's
especially like juveniles like me. I mean, like you talking about that guy that raped and killed that girl when he's 15. Just the psychology you have to want to do something like that at such a young age.
right.
That's pretty rough, man. You know, I mean, I don't know where you would get to that mind frame to want to do that type of stuff. But like I said, you know, kids, when you're young, we can change. We
Right.
grow up, we have a fully matured, and you know, you hit a certain age,
Adam
you're still doing stuff like that, then you're not changing who you are.
Adam says giving kids a life sentence is wrong and bloody messed up, and that would never happen in Australia. You know.
Hey, I believe it. They're way ahead of us on the judicial system. That's
Well,
for sure.
well, even in Germany, a life sentence is only like 12 years.
Golly, that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, you know, but I think that a lot of people, especially in America, I can only speak from Missouri. I had a buddy of mine got out, and his family thought that he was just going to be rehabilitated. Like, he went to prison for 18 years on 20. You know about our 85% laws. All you got to do 85% of whatever time you get for a violent crime. And they just thought he was going to be this like new person. Like prison was going to completely change who he was. When he got out, it was not like that at all. He was worse. He was just as selfish, just as everything that he was before. So it's all about, you have to want that change in your life when you come in here, because they're not going to do nothing for you. They're just going to let you sit in here. You know,
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Well,
promote negative behavior. That's all they do.
I missed a comment from Adam. He said, what did he, how did he put that? Rob, you got people here that have your back, just like we do with Kevin.
Well, thank you so much. You know, as this year is going to progress, I have to start making a home plan because I'm going up to parole. So, you know, I've been kind of worried about it. Like, what am I going to do? You know, but I know that I got a good work ethic. You know, I'll be fine. Once I get out there, I have people that are waiting on me, people that are really going to help me. So, you know, thank you for letting me know that I'm not alone. Because I think a lot of times in our life, we forget that, you know, there are people that care for us. So, you know, thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Ash and Emmy says Ronald Sanford was given 170 years at only 15. He was in Indiana. He's in Indiana. Jamie says the U.S. incarcerates the most people. That's true. Go Badge says there was some people that came from one of the mental institutions. Does anybody remember The Rock? Isn't he a wrestler? And let's see.
Isn't that what they used to call Alcatraz?
What?
The Rock?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe he is talking about Alcatraz. Or she.
Are you talking about, did you say The Rock?
Yeah, I think she's talking about that prison out in, was it California?
He's in San
You talking about out in San Francisco Bay, you talking about Alcatraz?
Yeah.
You know, they had like Machine Gun Kelly and avphone and all them back in the day. Whitey Bulger.
Yeah. Well, Whitey Bulger is dead now.
Yeah, he is. He was actually in Alcatraz back in like the 60s or so.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Way back in the day. Yeah, way back in the day, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. So,
Yeah, pretty wild.
Kevin says you guys don't get as much Jay says Missouri's mental hospital was a blast. Yeah, he told me some stories about being in the mental hospital. Yeah, they're funny. Jay's a funny dude, man.
You talking about up in Biggs?
I don't know if he's talking about Biggs or not. Jay says Whitey Bulger was a lifetime rat. Yeah, he worked with the feds.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So I got away with all the crap for all the years.
Yeah. I don't know who he is. Go Badge.
Heater is making the weirdest noise. I'm turning it off.
Yeah, turn that thing off. But let's see if I missed anything here. Country's telling.
I just turned you off.
Adam says, I know how it feels. Rob, I know how it feels being in prison as I spent 17 and a half years of my life in and out of prison. Jamie asks, is Rob going to be able to call you again for any more of your lives? I'm just asking so he knows that there are really a lot of people pulling for him. Yeah, I'm sure he'll have the opportunity again. Kevin wants to call next Saturday, though. But, yeah.
You have 1 minute left.
There'll be more opportunities.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call you back, too. On the wait phone, I'm going to let you talk for 15 minutes.
All right.
I'll call back now.
All right.
So, yeah, give me 1 second, all right?
All right. I think I heard about that
The
Gold
caller
Badge.
has hung up.
Yeah, they broke his knees. Took bats or something to his knees, didn't they? But yeah, Jamie, he can call again, you know. That's crazy, Ash. 170 and the other one got 10 years. That tells me something there. I smell a rat.
+15736749018. Hello, this is a free call from
Sure.
an offender at the South Central Correctional Center. It's called from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To
It's
accept
a
this free
good
call,
thing.
press
It's a prison
1.
number.
To
You can't call
accept
it.
this free call, thank you for using
Right.
Spirit. You may start the conversation now.
I'm back.
Yeah,
15 minutes. You know it is. 15 minutes stuff.
yeah.
15 minute phone call.
Jay, I look forward to that story of Jack Beatty. I guess he was at Biggs. Fulton Biggs 8. I just heard it called Biggs. I didn't know there was a Biggs 8. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry about the prison. It's still by Fulton in the prison, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. From bars to bricks. Somebody did tell. That's the way I see it. I'll check him out, Ash. Yeah. So Kevin was telling me you guys get less wreck and stuff now. Like the other day he was calling me and he said it was 250 and he had to go in.
Yeah, it's they changed the rec program around, and we don't get near as much as we did, and sometimes it's hard to get out because counts can be late.
Right.
Like I never heard of so many people that couldn't count 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like, come on, people, and it'll be screwed up for an extra hour. So yeah, it can be like that sometimes, and it sucks. But it is, man. You're in their world, so you got to deal with it. So.
Hey Janice, how you doing? We got Rob, who is a friend of mine from prison, and he's calling from the South Central Correctional Center.
Way in the middle of Licking, Missouri, in the middle of nowhere.
How'd you piss him off, Adam? I don't think you pissed him off.
What's that?
They had a conversation earlier, and
Oh,
so you couldn't claim nuts later. See, there's country. See, you jumped the gun, Adam. He's here. Union. No, I don't know what you're talking about, Janice. Rob he's in prison. I don't think he works for the union. Oh,
Definitely in
there's
prison.
a town called Union.
no, he's in Licking, Missouri, Janice.
Did you want to talk about the programs or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the programs.
Well, yeah.
What's your,
I was gonna say, most of these programs, they just look good on paper. They just put them in here just so they're looking like they're doing something.
exactly,
Most of the programs are terrible.
exactly.
All the information's good, but it's they try to make them mandatory for guys. When you make things mandatory for people, they're just going through the motions. Most people.
See,
Like I had a legitimate wanted to change my life at one point because I didn't program for years. I didn't go to any program. But then I got to look around. I was like, man, I saw myself and all everybody around me. I was like, I don't like that. So I actually started utilizing the programs. And the information's good, but really it's just a tool that the prison uses to make it look like they're really doing something when in reality they're not.
no, they're not.
That's baloney,
I've told people this in videos before.
It's just for funding. You know how that goes.
Right, exactly.
They're not turning out, good citizens back into society. Most of the guys get out. They're just better criminals, most of them. Not everybody.
Right. Well, it's like I told people in a video one time. Happy New Year, Ash and Janice. Everybody, Happy New Year's. I think Adam might have left. I'm not sure. I hope he didn't. But anyway, it's like I've told people in videos. It's they do it just to, like you said, just to look good on paper, and because they're always giving this public speech about how they're rehabilitating us and this and that. They don't rehabilitate anybody. If anybody is rehabilitated, it's the people, the incarcerated doing it themselves. And one thing, and this is a fact, it's not always true, but it's true for most people that commit murders. They never commit any more crimes.
Yeah, I believe it. All the juveniles that have got out with life without parole, all the other guys like me that have already done their time and got out, not one of them just came back to prison. Not one.
Yeah.
They're all doing good.
Yeah.
Yes, Rush. I mean, everybody. Even the guys that I was like, I don't know if that guy's going to do so good. They're out there working, doing good. So, just goes to show you.
Correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Just goes to show you,
Yeah.
it's possible.
See, Adam, he's good. Country is the type of person, if he's mad at you, he'll let you know. He's not
That's
mad.
always helpful.
Yeah. Hey, I told him the story about the time. I don't even know if I knew you then. I can't remember, but I used to tell people, like people would come up to me sometimes, man, Harvey, you deserve to have your ass whooped. And,
Really? You
and
just got a punchable face or something, Harvey?
right. Well, this one guy came up to me. I was standing around with Ray and all of them, a bunch of others that I worked out with at the time. You remember who they all were. And
Yeah.
this guy comes up to me. I don't know what I had said to make him mad or did or whatever, but he says, Harvey, somebody needs to whoop your ass. And I ran my finger across my lips and said, my lips not bleeding. This dude punches me.
My shirt ain't dirty.
Right. Well, it was after we started fighting. He punches me in the mouth and says, it is now. I got to laughing so hard that I couldn't even defend myself. And yeah, exactly, Jamie. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments. Exactly, Jamie. Jamie says that's so true, Harvey. They want one particular person gone, then they just go about their life. That's right. Thank you for joining our survival. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. People who do that type of thing do need put in a cage for good. But and it's not just them, Adam. It's there's people that I hate to say it, but not everybody deserves to get out. And yeah, it does. Sometimes lawyers work and sometimes they don't. But you get, like Jay's saying, you have to have a good one.
Oh, they work. They work for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. but see, I'm glad.
Like old boy said on Shawshank Redemption, he said, "What'd you do? What'd you come to prison for?" He said, "My lawyer screwed me."
All right, Adam. I'm glad you're staying here. Appreciate you, man. But I'm glad you're on here saying all this, because I can say it and people can take it with a grain of salt. But when I got several other people, especially people in prison saying it, it makes it more legitimate. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I mean it gives it more validity.
All right.
I was thinking, man, you know how prison is. It promotes negativity across the board.
Right.
It makes you dependent on the system. It's like a revolving door. They're shuffling people out, and they're just shuffling back in because they're not used to. I can only speak from Missouri. They're not giving them any job skills. They're not giving them any life skills. The guys in here that are running around acting crazy, those are the guys that get all the benefits. And, the guys that are actually trying to get out, trying to be good, they get set back on parole.
Right.
All those different things. They don't promote. I feel they don't promote rehabilitation. Like they really don't.
All right.
That's a shame.
I got
what I mean?
I got a question for you. Jamie wants to know, does Rob see the same people all the time, or is it always a new group? Like, do they come in just once or over and over?
What'd you say? What was the question?
Does Rob see the same people all the time, or is it always a new group? Do they like come in?
No, I see the same people all the time.
Oh, it's the same people?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of prisons in Missouri, but I've seen guys come in and out over the years, in and out, in and out. There's a guy I hadn't seen in years, and I was down in another house, and I was like, man, that looks like my buddy Boot Hill. He looks old as hell. And he was Boot Hill, and he was old as hell because I hadn't seen him in 10 years. But
Yeah.
he's back in prison and been back for 5 years.
I remember.
Been back 3 times since then. I'm like, geez, man. I was like, what are you doing? Now he's in the hole for a night. He got a stabbing. There was some other guy stabbing guy last year.
Right.
Or a year and a half ago. I just seen him the other day. It's like, man.
No, but I think her question was the people that come in, that group, that program you're part of, is it the same people? Or is
No. Oh, okay. No. It's different people.
All right.
And I'm just a trainee at the moment. I'm not actually a member of the group. Like I said, I got to memorize 21 pages of information. I got to go through a whole lot of stuff before I actually become a facilitator. I'm not a facilitator at all. I'm still a trainee.
You hearing ghosts?
Like 9 months from now. But no, they bring in new people. It's always out of the same county.
From a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
It's from the counties around this prison area. Pulaski County, Phelps County, McLean, all those Camden, all around this area. So yeah, no, it's different people.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, country. Hold on a second, Rob. Country says, does anybody else hear that haunting ghost sound? No, I don't hear a ghost sound.
No,
Hey, I
don't
guess
hear them either.
Country says he's the only one hearing it. Everybody else saying they're not hearing it.
Haunted ghost sound.
Yeah.
Well, we do live in a haunted house.
Rick Lindsay says, anytime someone does anything bad to children, any kind of abuse needs to be in prison. Yeah, I agree. They don't give those people enough sentence. You know what I'm talking about, Rob? Those pedophiles, they only give them like 5 or 10 years, if that.
You know, I mean, I've been in level 5, which is the maximum security prison, and some of them do got big time, but I've seen a lot that they don't get as much time as you would think. You're like, damn, man, they didn't, like this guy was talking to me the other day. Having a mention from Philly, and he asked me like when I left for parole. I know he's a weirdo. We're trying to stay away from him, but I'm a nice guy. So, I got an approachable face. So he's talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, he told me I was turning down. I'm thinking, hey, you only got 20 years? I know you sodomized a bunch of boys or something. It's like, damn, man, that's crazy.
Right. But you know me, Rob. I couldn't stand being around those type of people. In fact, Kevin kept me from. He kept me from that.
But that's you know how I am, Mark. I'm a nice person.
Well,
I be nice to people. I don't try to go out of my way to bother people.
quit going
I don't dog people out. I don't run them down. But sometimes I get people I normally don't talk to. They just talk to me. I'm like,
I can't talk to him.
Nice.
I can't talk to him. Kevin, you can tell him this. Kevin is asking this. Kevin has kept me from seriously, from getting more time.
Right.
I'll try, Adam. I'll try to bring more people on, but there's a couple of others that I want to bring on, but they don't really want to come on because they're they're affiliated. Is that the best way to put it, Rob?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, maps. I hate the maps, people. Have you heard of that, Rob?
What is it?
Maps. It's
No.
called. Oh, it's minor attracted person. I thought it was the man attracted person. Anyway,
You have 1 minute left.
they're trying to legalize pedophilia.
Wow, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, they're trying to do it in California, I think.
God.
You got less than
They're pretty progressive out there, aren't they?
yeah. Some places there are. You got less than a minute left. What do you want to do?
Hey, I can call you back one more time, then they're gonna cut me off.
All right.
All right, hold on a second. I'll call you back.
You guys want to listen to him one more
The
time?
caller has hung up.
Yeah, Rob is a lot nicer person than I am. They couldn't even get in my face. Yeah, they couldn't even approach me. He should.
The haunting ghost sounds. I want them listened back. They're the gate when he go through that
Yeah,
gate.
he's been going back and forth, I told him to stop doing that. He just keeps doing it. But so how's everybody doing?
Plus 1573.
Oh,
Hello,
shut up.
this is a free call from an offender at the South Central Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press 2.
I pressed
If
one.
you would like to permanently block your number, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello.
All right. I got a question
This
from
is my last. I only got 5 minutes left.
All right, I got a question from Adam. He says,
Yeah.
Rob, if you could give advice to an 18-year-old, what would you tell him or her?
Well, you know what? When I was out there and I was young, I was 17 when I committed my crime. I felt as if I was alone. I felt as if I had nobody to love me. And a lot of times I was very feeling driven. My emotions ruled my life. I was held captive to them. But in reality, that wasn't the case at all. And I couldn't ask for help. So what I would tell someone that's young, if you're having issues, be whatever they are, get help.
Right.
Get the help you need. Talk to somebody.
Right.
Remember, you're not unique. We all go through similar things in life. Circumstances may be different, but we all go through similar things. We all have adversity we go through.
If I may add to
Everybody on
that,
earth. And it's all about what you do with it. How much if you need help, get the help you need. Because I needed help and I didn't ask for help. And I spun out of control.
if I could add to that, I would say also don't get involved with people who are involved in criminal activity, because you know how it is when they get caught, they're just going to start telling on one another, and they may just be riding around with the person, and when they commit a crime and get caught up in it, and then they're all going to point the finger at him,
Yeah. But that was my biggest issue. That's how my crime happened. I didn't have good coping skills to begin with. And I was angry most of my life. I was resentful of people that had hurt me, because I was a legitimate victim at times. But I made choices in my life to deal with things in a certain way.
Right.
And that's the big difference. You have a choice on how you can do that. But I needed help. And I was just so mad at everybody, I wouldn't take the help that I needed.
Right.
So if I was young, and that's what I would tell somebody that's young. Tomorrow's another day. However you feel today, there's always tomorrow.
Right.
You can always,
Let me.
wake up the next day. It might be different.
Hey, Jamie, that was not a cup word. That was the dog gate. Ethan keeps going through the dog gate, so he's making a squeaking sound.
And also could be this chair I'm sitting in too.
And also the chair that Mindy's sitting in.
Well, I hope that my answer answered their question, because that would have been what I needed when I was young.
Jay says that this rule applies. 3% of criminals are professional, and the other 97 to fill prisons. Yeah, that's true.
They say the other 97 what?
To fill the prisons. Do you get what he's saying?
Another thing
Do you understand what he's saying?
You said 3% are professional, and the other 97 what? Still prisons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. A good quote came to my mind. It says, life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react to it.
Yeah.
So, in a lot of my life, I reacted to it wrong. I made bad choices.
Well,
I had a screw you mentality from a very young age because I was hurt.
well, that's the same.
It's been like that, and I ended up hurting a lot of people in the process.
Well, that's the way I was in prison. Anytime I got around one of those people, it was just hard for me to keep my, like the pedophiles, it was hard for me to keep my cool, and it was only thanks to people like Kevin, and really, in one case, you don't even know about, you, that kept me from hurting these people, But, in prison, I was just, when I get around these people, I was just full of anger, and it's just, I hate them. I hate them to this day. Everybody says, well, it's not your place to judge.
This
Well,
call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
it's not your place
Thank
to,
you for that reminder.
right. It says it's not your place to judge. It's God's place. They're right about that, but I can't help it. This is a fault I have,
The way I think about it, Harvey, is I think about it like this. I know that at the end of time, I have to answer for what I've done.
Right.
That's bad enough in and of itself. I'm just glad I don't have to answer for things like that too. But they do.
Right.
So that gives me comfort.
All right, country. We'll see you next year.
I hope that they repent of that and they become better people.
Right.
But
You're a better man than I am. You're definitely a better man than I am.
I know. For me, I know what
You
it
have
feels
1
like
minute left.
to get into a bad situation and go to that dark place.
Hey.
Don't get me wrong. I don't condone their behavior.
Hey, Rob.
But I try not to,
Jamie says, thanks for talking with us, and Those calls always go by so fast. They do.
Yeah, I know. I know, that was only 5 minutes. It went, phew.
All right.
David, I gotta close this up, so I just want to tell everybody, Happy New Year. I hope you have a wonderful 2023 and have a good time tonight, wherever you are. I love you, Harvey. Thank you for inviting me on your show. I will definitely do it again in the future if you would like.
Yeah.
And just take care of yourself, man, and I'll talk to you next year, all right?
All right. Thanks, bud.
All right, buddy. Hey, no problem. Love you, buddy.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. And he's a little bit different than Kevin. You know, he's completely different, actually, and completely different than me. But he's a good dude, and he's trying
The caller has hung.
and he's trying to get out. And Jamie, I'll try to have him back on again sometime or another. Ash, I'll definitely try to have him back on for you if you're still here. Yeah, that's true, Adam. It's always been about one thing, money. And speaking of money, well, not so much speaking of money, but when was that cold spell? 3 or 4 days ago?
It was about a week ago.
Yeah, we didn't start the car when it was cold, truck when it was cold, and now it won't start. So we're working on that. What's the dog into now?
I don't know. Just sniffing.
Yeah, I'll get him back on, Jamie. Guys, I think I'm gonna get off of here. And hopefully tomorrow I gotta work for my neighbor, but he and I are also trying to work on this truck. But it seems like it's one thing after another around here. You know, you can ask many. It's just we just can't keep up with it all. It seems like.
Spend all our money on Christmas, and now our truck's like, wait, what about me?
Right, exactly. But you guys have a great New Year's. I hope you guys enjoy another good coup today. I'm glad I was able to catch you. All right. Yeah, that's what we're thinking, Jay. We're thinking the fuel filter, but we're not for sure yet. Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to eat myself, Jamie. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for dropping by and talking. And yeah, go ahead, country. What you got? Let's see what country. He's got some advice. Let's see what he's got. Thank you, Go Badge. Well, it's been warm the last couple of days. Happy New Year's, Rick. Yeah, he's a good man, Adam. Mass airflow sensor. Thank you for saying that, country, because that's one thing I haven't thought of that. Have you?
I'm not a mechanic, so no, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, thanks, country. Yeah, it's just turning over and over. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing, country.
It's getting no spark.
Yeah, he said mass airflow sensor. So we'll have to look into that too. Yeah, it's getting low. The spark on the spark plugs are low too, it seems like. But thank you, country. I really appreciate that because I didn't even think of that. I was thinking fuel filter like Jay mentioned. Yeah, I know it is, Adam. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I got to eat. Jamie's got to eat. I'm sure some of you guys got to eat. And I'm sure you guys got some other things to do. And I got to go see if Chad has a video going too. All right, I will from the bars to bricks. Go to AutoZone, get a computer reader. All right.
We have one. We just haven't used it yet.
All right. Thank you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next live. Until then, I'll keep putting out videos for y'all. Love y'all. See you later.